as Rockville looks to get their third straight win. They're fresh off a win on Saturday against Mid Atlantic as they face them again here in a doubleheader today. Starting pitcher for Mid Atlantic will be Jake Roskowski going up against Danny Salisbury in this one. Salisbury's first appearance of the season for Rockville. Pat, we beat Mid Atlantic in our last game out, and now we see them today in a doubleheader.
Yeah, the Express had a 7-2 victory over the Mid Atlantic on Friday night. The game was tied at 2 with Maryland with Rockville Express batting in the bottom of the 6th when an error scored a run for the Express, which brought them to lead and blew the game open, which they ended up scoring 5 more runs, as I said, taking that 7-2 victory. A lot of offense we saw, a lot of extra base hits, including the starting pitcher, Ethan Zorbaugh, helping himself out with an RBI double.
And as we get started, now's a good time to remind that doubleheaders are 7-inning games instead of 9. Certainly works the team's advantage that are short at pitching. So that'll be the key today for Rockville, you got to think. And Sean Saylor's in the box. Lead off this one. First pitch from Roskowski misses high. And we're underway for the first of 14 innings.
Yeah, it's a hot and muggy day out here in Dundalk. Looking to see how that affects the players here as they have a doubleheader on the schedule for today.
And Saylor up 2-0 in the count. Rockville drew 13 walks in their last time out against Mid Atlantic. Definitely a key to their victory.
Yeah,
last time around.
Walks lead to base runners lead to runs, and that helped them out in their 7-2 victory.
Yeah, as you may see, lead off one here. Saylor gets ahead in the count, 3-0. And 3-0 missing in the dirt, and just like that, on 4 pitches, Rockville has its first base runner of the game. Brings in the sweet swinging left-hander, Johnny McMath. And you see the umpire out asking the pitcher about his motion here. It's interesting.
Yeah, already a couple of things the home plate umpire has addressed, as he only wants one batter outside of the dugout at a time, and has also asked the pitcher whether he's pitching from the stretch or the windup, just trying to get things clear here so knows what's going on.
McMath puts this one in play, loop out to right. Rockville with their first hit of the ball game as they've got runners at first and second with no outs. Threatening early in the top of the first.
Yeah, I'd love to see that from the momentum carrying from the last game. There goes the no-hitter very early here in the first inning with the second batter reaching base. Walking up here is Salix Felix with 2 on and no out. Let's see if he can do some damage here, maybe drive in a run or 2.
And talked to Rick before the game. He said a key in this doubleheader, especially being short at pitching, is to try to get that mercy rule in the first game. Rockville obviously in business here in the first. Never want to predict anything, but if they're moving the line like this all game, runs should be coming in bunches.
Yeah, it looks like it's everything's falling in line for the Express so far this game. Salix looks into the pitch.
This one missing outside. A little bit of a tight strike zone on that outside edge. Roskowski can't find it yet. He falls behind 2-0 to Salix. Not the guy you want to fall 2-0 behind.
No, especially again with runners on first and second, no outs. He can definitely do some damage here by putting a ball into the outfield.
Roskowski will have a look. Saylor retreats back to second. See the 2-0 to Salix. As he takes a huge cut at that one. Missing for the first strike. Two-one to Felix. As gets away from the catcher, hitting off his glove, shooting straight up. As Rockville will advance both runners. They have runners at second and third. 3-1 count that leaves a base open for Salix. You might see a walk here. So that would enable the double play or the force at home.
Yeah, well, with the pitcher so far not hitting his spots, the walk might happen either way, whether he wants to or not.
3-1. Misses. Rockville bases loaded, no one out here, as Eddie Hakopian steps in. He's been the cleanup man for Rockville throughout the season, swinging a hot bat to this point.
And it's a good reason. Hot bat. Don't know why Rick Price would want anyone else in the cleanup spot here. Bases loaded. See if he can put his the name of his lineup into use.
As first pitch catches the outside, called strike one. First man Roskowski's got ahead of the count on. As this one misses, high and in. Copian having to duck out of the way of that one. One on its way. Swung on, fouled off. This one kicks off his foot just in front of the plate. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Copian shakes off that foot, fouled it straight off it. Couldn't have felt good.
No, especially with no protection there on his foot. That's got to be a stinger.
As this one gets away from Roskowski, missing high, evens the count at 2.
One thing we noted in the last game was the amount of space behind home plate and the backstop. It's not as big here at this field, but definitely there's a lot of real estate back there, so pass ball could really hurt you here. See if the catcher can keep him in front and not have too many go to the backstop.
Yeah, as you've already seen one get away from him in this one. We'll see if that's a problem carrying forward. As Roskowski still struggling to locate the strike zone. Runs it full to Hakopian. 3-2 on its way. Missing, and he'll walk in the first run of the game for Rockville. Rockville certainly content to work station to station as they proved in the last game, taking 13 walks.
13 walks in the last game, and so far, I believe 3 so far.
Yeah.
3 so far this game. Let's see if see what the FTB coach has here for his pitcher early in this game. Struggling to find the zone, walked the bases loaded, and has already walked in a run with no outs. The Express here looking to do some damage here in the first inning.
Yeah, and we said the key of the doubleheader here today is low pitch count, efficient pitching, as Mid Atlantic doing quite the opposite to this point. So that brings in Ryan Maley, DH in the last game, getting the start behind the dish today, as James Heffley will DH. Caught a very good game last time out. Both are hitting the ball well. That's a switch off you'll see a lot this season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Rick Price to have 2 well-hitting catchers switching out here and there, but it's good to see them both in the lineup, both getting reps either in the field or at bat. You know, keeping the hot bats in the lineup, making sure they don't get cold at any point. Let's see what Maley can do here with the bases loaded.
Yeah, as the first pitch missed, as does the second. strike zone getting smaller and smaller in Roskowski. It's got to feel like a soup can at this point. (2-0) on its way to Maley. Swung on, put in play. Bouncing ball to short, gets through. It scores 1. As the left fielder unable to pick it up, and Salix will head home as well. And no one covering third as Hakopian breaks. Sliding tag. Got him on the foot. As Hakopian tried to sneak up with no one watching third. Unable to get there as he made a heck of an effort on that slide. Alec Ellison still able to catch him on the foot with the tag. So on just a single to left, Rockville unloads the bases as you have Ryan Maley at first with 1 away now. A lot happening on that play.
Yeah, a lot happening on the base paths. Started with an RBI single, and then Salix Felix advanced with the ball still being in very shallow left.
As James Heffley in now takes ball 1. Heffley batting 6th today. That's the 5th 1-0 count we've seen to this point. So he takes a called strike 1 to even it at 1. Rockville 2 hits and 3 runs to this point in the inning. So we've got a courtesy runner in the game for Ryan Maley. This one missing high. Throw down to first for good measure. The courtesy runner's Derek Sawyer, his first appearance of the season for Rockville, late addition to the roster. So the rosters don't finalize for another few weeks. It's something you'll see in and out as teams look to add those last few missing pieces. As, tight miss there.
Yeah, Rockville adding a couple more players over the last few games. Couple players ending their seasons, couple players being able to join the Rockville Express here in the summer league.
And this one misses high as another walk in the inning. Puts runners at first and second for the Express. Tim Nicholson steps in. Only 1 plate appearance to this point of the season. As he takes a called strike 1. The outer half. Still only 1 away here in the inning as Roskowski's got his pitch count at 25 already. To go along with 4 walks. This one missing high. Evens it at 1. Rockville, a bit of the same strategies you saw on Saturday. Wait out the first guy and then unleash once the bullpen gets in.
Yeah, well, I don't think Rockville has to wait to unleash. So far, this pitcher isn't hitting his zone as he gets a called strike there. Not too many of those so far in the top of the first, but Rockville has definitely pounced on the starting pitcher missing his zone and loaded up the bases a couple times. Already scored a couple runs. Let's see what they can do here. That ball is over the head.
Evens things at 2. Good thing you got a tall catcher behind the plate with all these high pitches missing.
Yeah, it's a good thing you can pop out of that squat real quickly. It's good to see from a catcher.
You've already seen one get over his head.
He's trying to reduce that number.
As this one's laced into left, gets down, fair ball as this one hugs the line. This will be good for extra bases from Tim Nicholson. RBI double. And Rockville keeps the line moving as they take a 4-0 lead here in the top of the first. It's Tim Nicholson. His first hit of the season comes at a great time, as a double to left gives his team a 4-0 lead here in the first.
Yeah, it's great to see, as we said earlier, in a doubleheader with limited pitching that the Express have. They want to see an offensive output, and so far in the first inning, they've put up 4 runs, and they're threatening to put up more here. Let's see what they can do.
First pitch to Rio Fabre, missing high. Open base at first. He's got runners at second and third here. Roskowski, the 1-0. Missing high again. Usually when you see a lot of guys missing is they're missing low. Roskowski pretty early on that release point. Most of his pitches are up here. Even the ones that have caught the zone, Rockville's been able to drive out pretty handily. Here's a ground ball to short. Runner at third holds. And throw in time for the second out. Two on in scoring position for Nathan Bowman. 3 official at-bats, no hits to this point of the season. So single to the outfield with 2 outs here, you'd likely think would score 2. Hopes to do just that as he takes ball 1. Bowman, the 9th man in for Rockville. How about that?
9 men up in the first inning. It's got to look great for Rick Price as he wants to put runs on the board and see if he can put the FTP team away early. There's a ball call there. A lot of real estate in the outfield between the outfielders, left center and right center, looking very luscious with lots of green. See if you can get a ball out there and score the 2 runs like you said.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier to this game, this outfield, a lot of room out there. As you look over at right, 293, I'd be willing to challenge that any day of the week.
We've got no marking in center field, but we all think it's at least 400 dead center. So, again, if you could get one out there and catch a jet stream, that's out of there.
And a 4-pitch walk will bring up the 10th man of the inning. Rockville electing to hit 10 today for just the second time this season. So that'll be Steven Orsini. Orsini with the bases loaded. 2 away here in the first. In the last game out, you saw a couple balls over the head in center field. You definitely don't want to see that here if you're Mid Atlantic, because that fence, as we said, goes on for days. The 1-0 to Orsini, missing wide.
Yeah, that was one thing that the Express did well on was extra base hits in the last game against FTB. A lot of them were 1 or 2 hoppers off the outfield wall, and if they get to the outfield wall in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if anything was less than a double. Oh, as he gets hit there.
And shakes it off, no problem, because that one seemed to hit him right between the shoulder blades. So that'll bring in the 5th run of the game for Rockville. They've still got the bases loaded as the lineup flips over for Sean Saylor. Drew a 4-pitch walk, much as the rest of his team to this point. Walks have been the name of the game to this point. Rockville perfectly content, working station to station.
I wonder if how the tight strike zone for Roskowski here is working against him as he's trying to locate the zone, as he does there for strike 1. Lots of walks so far this game. I wonder if that, like I said, I wonder if that's working against him as he's throwing some pitches high and outside and just getting in his head a little bit.
And called strike, makes it 0-2. Roskowski 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. See what he comes back with. Saylor fouls one off, able to stay alive. And Saylor pop out towards short should get him out of the inning, and it does. As after one, Rockville scoring 5, straining with the bases loaded, as we'll be back in the bottom of the first. We're back here in the bottom of the first. Rockville leading 5-0 after an impressive first inning. So they took advantage of a pitcher who could not locate the strike zone, as Salisbury looks to do quite the opposite, getting his first start of the season. Right-hander at a Marymount. So he gets a swing and a miss on his first pitch of the day. And same as well in the second. High fastball, gets a swing and a miss. Ahead here, 0-2. Missing wide. Salisbury played the outfield in the previous game. Picked up 3 hits in his team's 7-2 victory. As he gets a strikeout there, Bailey swings and misses for the first out. Salisbury looking sharp here. Certainly been the story of the last 2 games for Rockville. Their pitching's been fantastic.
Yeah, minus the first. Oh, there's a base hit up the middle by FTB.
They've got their first base runner of the game, Alec Ellison. Picked up a hit in the previous game against Rockville as well.
Going back to the pitching for the Express, minus the first inning, the last game, absolutely lights out from Ethan Zorbaugh, the starter, and then the relief pitching came in and did their job, shut him down. No runs, minimal base runners, and I think the pitching is riding high since that shutout against Bradley Eagles early last week.
Yeah, 5-0 shutout. Ball in dirt, evens it up at 1. 1 away and 1 on in the first. Salisbury ahead 1-2, looking for his second strikeout of the inning. As he gets a bouncing ball out towards second, flip to short in time, no throw over to first. Rockville 2 quick outs in the inning. So that brings in Trey Pridgeton. Rockville beating Mid Atlantic in their last timeout. Doubleheader here today. You can almost think of this as a 3-game series.
Yeah, let's hope the Express can take 2 out of 3 here. At least win this so-called series.
Mid Atlantic winless. You want to certainly win both of them today.
Yeah, but would like to win all 3 games. Take 1 game at a time, though. Don't want to think too far ahead. Just do your thing in your first game, and then do your thing in the second game.
Foul ball off towards the left side. Umpire already calling for baseballs. So you haven't seen anyone on them. They're all scattered through various parts of the parking lot here at Dundalk as this one misses, evening things at 2. 2-2-2 out from Salisbury. So he checks first and deals. It's another foul ball off towards left. Heads up under the tree over there.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of room for balls to stop back here. There's just parking lot and then a school building, and it's on a hill, so anything that gets in the parking lot is rolling down the hill. As a strikeout there to end the inning.
Called strike 3. Salisbury looking very strong here in the first. As after 1, Rockville leading 5-0. We'll be back. And we're live back here in the top of the second as Rockville leads 5-0. As we take you down to our third member of our team, Zach Gibney. Zach?
Josh, something you guys have touched on in the past couple of games is Rockville's patience at the plate. I mean, we look early in this one, a gaudy 5-run inning in the first inning, but they didn't really do it swinging the bats much. Only 3 hits in the inning. Were able to force 5 walks in the frame as Rutkowski couldn't really seem to find his command in that one. So it's something we're looking to kind of continue on in this one.
Yeah,
wait for
last game as well. Mid Atlantic, 13 walks, leading to 7 runs. Again, Rockville low hits, but
yeah, I mean,
runs there.
Patience at the plate. It's been something that they've been able to do in this one. We've seen them be able to put the ball in the outfield, be very productive with the bats. But I mean, a walk's the same thing as a hit in this one, essentially.
Yeah, for sure. Zach, you're taking the headset in the second game. What are you looking forward to the second leg of the doubleheader?
I mean, honestly, if this is any indication, the offense has been excellent the past couple of games, and look for that to continue in the next one. I mean, they've been able to touch up this pitching really nicely of TCB, and it's something that, I mean, we're going to look to see to continue in the rest of this game and hopefully next game as well. So hopefully that kind of continues.
We'll keep an eye on that as McMath gets ahead 1-0. That was third member of her team, Zach Gibney. To McMath. Called on the outside. Some good framework behind the plate. Rutkowski gets a strike. Threw 41 pitches in the first inning. So he comes back with one that wasn't even close there. So we see some more patience at the plate to start the top half of the second. McMath ahead 2-1 here. Takes a swinging bunt. This one's back at Rutkowski. Bobbled it a little bit. Throw over to first is wide. Missing home as he misses first there. Not his day to this point.
Yeah, Rutkowski hasn't really found the strike zone yet, and that's definitely gone against him here as he gave up, like you said, 5 walks in the first inning.
Can add an error to that total now.
Yeah, you can. Unfortunately, not a great way to start game one of a doubleheader for FTB here. As Alex Felix digs in with the runner on and no outs. Let's see what he can do here. Either put it in play or just get on base.
He fouls the first one off. One of the more aggressive hitters in the lineup, certainly with runners on looking to swing away despite the high walk total. There's one guy in the lineup you want to see a little less patient, it would be him, as he's got some pretty electric stuff coming from that bat. It's his first season at Monroe College, as we said many times throughout this season, just absolute video game numbers.
Yes.
We'll look to see some more of that this summer. It's a 1-1. In the dirt, swung on anyway. So that makes it 1-2. Perhaps a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, I'd like to see him choose his pitches a little better. It's not too many pitches have hit the zone. You'd think they'd be a little more patient at the plate here, but Alex trying to get on something here.
Oh, and a nice curveball has him bending out of the way. Drops in for a called strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up cleanup man Eddie Hakopian. Roskowski really shaking off that error nicely, coming back with a strikeout. It's one of the better hitters in this lineup. As this one misses to Eddie Hakopian, had to dance out of the way that one, as that runs at 1-0. Roskowski north of 50 pitches with only 1 out in the second. Mid Atlantic certainly not pleased with that, as they trail 5 in just the first leg of a doubleheader. Winless to this point in their season. So they're looking to regroup, get things back on track. Rockville looking to keep this going as Hakopian fouls one deep to right. Be a long strike 2. McMath, the runner at first, reached on the error earlier in the inning. And a breaking ball, just missing low. Kopian had a look, pulled it back. We'll see a 2-2. This one not even close, missing outside. Runs it full, threw it on first for good measure. McMath back in time. Roskowski regroups, runner going, as Hakopian fouls this one off, and McMath will have to retreat to first. Up 5-0, gotta love the aggressiveness as they attempt to hit and run. See if they do on this next pitch.
Well, a 3-2 count could be the runners moving, but again, Rick Price with being very, very aggressive here early in the game with the 5-0 lead. Doesn't hurt to pad the run column a little more here.
And the full count once more is fouled off once more. And chance of rain later today, as currently got a nice breeze out here. We're feeling good up in the booth as this one misses. Walking Hakopian, that'll give the first and second with one away here in the second. It's the 6th walk of the game for Mid Atlantic as Maley comes in with a 1-for-1 so far today. Had a single between short and third. That resulted in a number of things that play.
Yeah, it did.
Including a run-in from second, 2 RBI single. This one missing, high and in. Roskowski falling behind another one of Rockville's hitters.
Something we're going to keep an eye on and keep talking about all game is the amount of balls being thrown by Roskowski. There's another one there as Maley draws it to 2-0. Lots of walks. The Express had 13 in the last game. Have already had 6 so far in 1 1/3 innings. I wonder if we're going to break that total and have a new season high for walks in only a 7-inning game.
I was going to say, only 2 innings less. As this one missing in the dirt. Runs it 3-0.
With how aggressive Rick Price has been so far to this game, 3-0 count. You wonder if he's given Ryan here the green light.
Absolutely. Hit already to this point in the game. As no need. Catcher and stand to catch that one. He walks the bases loaded. Only one away. So that brings in James Heffley. 3 extra base hits for him so far in the season. Had a triple in the last game. 2 doubles in the 5-0 win before. Certainly swinging a hot bat. As with those extra base hit totals, he's the guy you want up with the bases loaded. Rockville, 3 on this inning. Yet to have a hit in the inning. Certainly speaks to the pitching from Mid Atlantic as this one misses high.
I think one thing we can contribute to the low hit totals are the fact that there haven't been a lot of pitches to hit yet.
As a ball, missing. Strike zone shrinking a little bit as Roskowski can't find the outside corner.
With 7 walks so far to this game and not a lot of chances to get a ball into play.
As takes one right down Main Street. Makes it 2-1. James Heffley, DHing today as we said earlier. Made 3 appearances behind the plate, been a strong defensive backstop. Ryan Maley getting the start today. As this one missing inside. Makes it 3-1. Nowhere to put him. As one more ball would walk in the 6th run of the game. The 3-1 to Heffley. Missing high.
Is that his walk number 7 of the game?
From 8? Walk 8, I think. 5 in the first, 3 here in the second.
8 walks into the game so far in the top of the 2nd inning with only 1 out. FTB really struggling here pitching-wise.
He's thrown 68 pitches. Scratch that, 69 pitches. As first pitch here, again, missing high. All these pitches are missing up.
You wonder if the muggy Baltimore air around here has anything to do with how the pitcher's feeling right now.
Well, maybe a little bit of a reach, but definitely something in the air for Roskowski as he comes back. Still a little high, catching the zone on this one. One bases loaded, only 1 away here in the second. As bouncing ball, double play, in order, throw over to first, not in time. Mid-Atlantic only getting 1 on the play. So that brings in the 7th run of the game for Rockville. Rick Price really trying to speak that mercy rule run into existence, as I believe it's 10 runs by the 5th inning.
I believe that's what the rule is for this league, and so far with the way the pitching is going from FTB, it's helping them out with just going station to station, scoring runs here. Batters being patient, so let's like to see it going here as a ball, first pitch ball. Seen a lot of those so far this game.
As the hitters Rio Fabre's got runners at the corners with 2 down. 1-0 from Roskowski, missing, high. Said high so many times in this one, Snoop might show up any minute. It's 2-0 to Fabre. puts this one in play. Center fielder on his horse, ranging back, and it's over his head. This will be down for extra bases as it one hops the wall. Runner at third holds. It's Rio Fabre with his first extra base hit of the season. Rockville takes an 8-0 lead. Really taking command of this one.
Yeah, again, the walks have definitely hurt FTB, and then finally a base hit to get to drive in a run here. An extra base hit at that. Don't take that away from Rio as the lines went into the right center gap. Like we said, a lot of real estate in the outfield, and they worked to the advantage of the Express there.
As that was only our first hit of the inning. Nonetheless, we've already scored 3. Runners on second and third. 1-0 count to Nathan Bowman. Takes another one high. Catcher's getting a workout here. Up, down, up, down. 2-0 to Bowman. Misses.
Again.
Bowman ahead 3-0. Can't imagine this one will catch the zone with a base open. As it does not. Man up in the Mid Atlantic bullpen as Roskowski approaches 80 pitches in the second. That's gotta hurt. And the skipper out, trying to buy time for that reliever. Kind of sound like a broken record from us. You know, ball high, walk, walk, walk. But that's just been the story of this one to this point.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to, the way the pitching is going, as Roskowski comes out of this game after only an inning and 2/3, giving up 8 runs, 9 walks. Nothing you want to see from your starting pitcher here.
An
Not
error as well.
an error at that.
Cap it off. Why not?
Yeah, just not too good of a performance though here from FTB starting pitching. Let's hope the man the skipper's bringing in here can change their fortunes here.
Would speed this ball game up a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. As the new man will be Gavin Humphreys, right-hander out of AACC. Looking to keep this lead right where it is as he comes in with bases loaded and 2 away. He'll face Steven Orsini. Orsini had a nice triple on Saturday to cap off a 3 extra base hit fourth for Rockville. That was the inning they really broke the game open.
Yeah, it was really good to see from the Express putting bat to ball, getting balls out of the infield well into the outfield. Like I said earlier, a few of them were 1-2 hopping the outfield wall. The Express had shown their extra base hit numbers and extra base hit power in the game against Bradley Eagles on Monday or Tuesday earlier this week, and they really showed it again in the last game. Look to see if maybe they can get another one here, as they've already got 1 extra base hit in the inning from Rio, an RBI double that went to right center.
Orsini will be the man up. He's hitting 154 through 13 at-bats. However, he does have a triple and an RBI to his total. Orsini hitting last in the order. He's been an absolute defensive standout for the Express, as he's really been breaking the highlight reel on the defensive side of things. Something both Rick Price and the pitching staff appreciates.
Yeah, I love to see sound defense. We've had a few defensive miscues so far this season, and looks like over the practices and through the games they've been working on that. Like to see the defensive soundness continue throughout this game, especially in the game 2 of the doubleheader today.
And ump calls balls in as Humphreys taking over with just 2 outs in the second. He comes in, 2 outs, bases loaded, trailing by 8. It's his first pitch to Orsini, misses. Picking up right where Roskowski left off.
And we don't mean that in a good way.
Fortunate for us.
That is very fortunate for us, as Orsini, so far this at-bat, being very patient, taking ball 2 inside.
They certainly want to see a strike from the new guy. He's yet to throw one. So we'll see the 2-0 to Orsini. Missing high and in. Take situation all the way. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. This would walk in yet another run. So Rockville would certainly be content with that as they push closer to double digits. As he takes a cut at the 3-0, puts it in play. Tough play for the catcher, unable to make it as a swinging bunt gives Rockville a 9-0 lead here in the second. That's Steven Orsini reaching. So that flips the order over. Sean Saylor takes over. Saw a late reaction from both the pitcher and catcher. They thought it must have hit off Orsini, thus being a foul ball. The umpire not calling it. He saw something different. As first pitch to Saylor's cranked out towards right, but right at the right fielder. That will end the inning, but not before Rockville really breaking this one open, taking a 9-0 lead. And we will be back in the bottom of the second. And we're back in the bottom half of the second. As you take a look at the break board, Rockville 9 runs, but only 5 hits. That's in large part to the amount of walks you've seen given up by Mid Atlantic. They've got an error to their total as well that allowed McMath to reach. So we get things underway here in the second. Salisbury looking to keep building off his strong first inning. First pitch to Matsko. He picked up a couple hits against us in the last time out. He hit cleanup, batting 5th today. He connects on one. This one past Felix at third as it dies in left. Seemingly high grass in the outfield, so you don't see the balls rolling too much.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that earlier when both teams were doing infield outfield drills. Anything hit to the outfield almost dies immediately with, as you said, very tall grass all over the field. Unfortunately, very poorly kept field from Dundalk Community College here. Let's see if that really does anything here. Makes things interesting.
As Brady takes a cut on, missing. And throw over to first, back in time. Salisbury ahead, 0-1. He's got a runner over at first. This one missing outside. Evens the count at 1. Runner on first, Nolan Madstow. Few hits last time out, got one here today. As a swing from Brady makes it 1-2. Brady swing. This one's out towards right. It'll get down for a hit. Matsko will hold at second. First sign of life we've seen out of Mid Atlantic this game is they start off the second with 2 hits.
Yeah, looking to try and erase some of this 9-run deficit that's been put on them by the pitching staff so far this game. Already getting 2 hits early in the inning. Looking to do some more damage here.
As first pitch, missing outside. Batter will be Connor Pickle. Got the start last time out as well. 1-0 to him. Swung, hit out towards left. No problem out and left. So that was Rio Fabre. Put away the first out. Salisbury's got 1 away in the inning. Runners on first and second. So that'll bring in the catcher, Ryan Green. First pitch to Green, check swing, in there, called, strike 1. The 0-1, swung on, missed. Salisbury ahead 0-2 here. As you see a lefty up for Rockville. Just 2 guys getting loose as Salisbury, low pitch count early on. No need to get him out as he gets a called strike 3 on the outside for out number 2. Beautiful spot on that. He gets his second out. So he looks to strain those runners at first and second. That'll bring in DH Michael Martin. He was a late entry into the first game between these two. Was able to pick up a few hits, including a nice play from third base, if I remember correctly. His first pitch to him misses outside. Peel down on the check swing. Says he held up. Matsko, the runner at second. Brady at first. Michael Martin, the hitter. As pop-up, Felix has a look. And this one will be out of play. Salisbury ahead 0-1 as he looks to get out of this inning in a scoreless ball game for his club. This one's popped foul, out of play. Salisbury looks in, 0-2 from him on the way. Just misses outside. So that's a great 0-2 spot.
Yeah, batter didn't chase there. Maybe he was looking for a chase. Either way, ball 1, and the at-bat continues.
As he comes right back with a pitch on the outside, doesn't get the call. He wanted it. Maley certainly wanted it. Correction, it's a full count. This one's hit out towards short, no problem out there. It was hit right towards Hakopian, getting the start at short today, and that will end the inning. Rockville able to keep this a scoreless ball game as they lead 9-0. We'll be back in the top. We're back in the top of the third, 2-3 up due for Rockville as they look to grow on their 9-0 lead. How about that, Pet? Just 2 innings in.
Yeah, 2 innings in, already putting him 9 runs. Again, it helped that the FTB pitching so far hasn't been too good. A lot of pitches outside the zone. A couple of them that might have been called strikes. Either way, weren't. Just a lot of base runners, a lot of traffic for the Express. They've been able to tack on and really punch a hole against the FTB here really early in this game.
It's McMath, the hitter, fouls the first one away. He's 1 for 2 to this point. Unable to calibrate the speed as he's early on this one as well. Bringing it to 0-2. Humphreys took over last inning, gets his first full inning of work here. So we'll see what he's got ahead 0-2. Missing high. Breaking ball missing. First breaking ball of the day from Gavin Humphreys. Got some good break on it, unable to bring it back over the plate. So that runs it 2-2. McMath fouled. Third base has a look, puts it away in foul territory. It's a nice play by Alec Ellison to track that ball over by the batting cages for the first out. Makes way for Salix Felix. Felix 0 for 1 so far to this point. Came in today hitting .333. It's a breaking ball, swung out towards the gap in right center. This will get down as he rounds heads for second. This ball kicks off the wall as he's in with a stand-up double. Extra bases for Salix. So that brings in cleanup man Eddie Hakopian. See Salix put one in there.
Yeah, like you said, a strikeout in his first at bat, and with coming into the game with a .333 average, definitely helping himself out there with an extra base hit into right center. Hopefully keep the line moving for the Express here, as they've had a very big offensive showing so far, putting up 9 runs. Let's see if Eddie Hakopian can get another one on the board here.
The first pitch to him, it's right down the middle, fouled, out of play. Unable to keep his head down on that. Felix lead off of second, the 0-1 on its way. Nearly clipping Hakopian as that was a breaking ball. One from Humphreys. Missing outside. We approach the 1 hour mark, not even through the first frame yet. That's account to the large walk totals as well as a pitching change early on. Hakopian fouls one off towards the right side again. That evens it up at 2. Two from Humphreys. Fouled off. Eddie, we've seen time and time out this season, taking pitchers deep into counts. He's able to fight away tough 2-strike pitches to get what he wants.
Yeah, that just goes along with the Express this whole game as well. This whole season, they've been really able to work deep into counts against pitchers, get pitches that they want, foul off pitches, just grind for that one pitch that you really like and can square up. Love to see it so far.
That's a 2-2. Felix breaks for third. He's got to retreat as this one's popped up towards right. Put away, no problem. Throw into second. Unable to get Felix.
Felix had a great break from second base. It was looking like a hit and run, but unfortunately, Jacobian popped it up to right field. Thankfully, though, the speed from Felix was able to get him back into second safely.
Yes, that'll make way for Ryan Maley. 1 for 1 with a walk to this point. As like many of his teammates, taking the ball forward 90-foot trot to first. First pitch to Maley here, misses high. The 1-0. Look good from here. Umpire not so lenient. This is 2-0 now to Maley.
We've seen a few times this game the high part of the strike zone called on the other way. Let's see if that continues this game as it does on that last pitch against Maley.
The 2-0, 2 out. Pop towards the left side. No problem over there at third. His second put out of the inning. As we leave it there, a 9-0 ball game for Rockville, and we'll be back in the bottom of the third. We're back live in the bottom of the third here at Dundalk Community College. Rockville leading 9-0 in the first leg of the doubleheader. Mid Atlantic, their batting order flips over as they've got 1, 2, 3 due up this inning. Be Bailey, Ellison, and Pridgeton. The first pitch called, strike 1. Salisbury, a strong start in his third inning of work. Comes back with 1 low. 1-1, swung on and missed. Bailey went down on strikes in his first at-bat, in danger of falling down again here. And the 1-2, missing outside. It's where you want to miss, as that call could go either way. The 2-2, popped out towards center. Ranging back over his head as this one's off the wall in center. He's around second, heading for third. He holds third with a leadoff triple. Groomed that one. Hit the center field wall on the fly.
Yeah, hit the center field wall on the fly and stuck down there.
Ball really had some carry on it, too.
That it did, as FTB has their first extra base hit of the game, leadoff triple.
And credit Sailor, played that one pretty well off the wall. Like we said, the balls are sticking. Could have certainly, with a deep center, made way for an inside the Parker to the leadoff guy. That speed, a quick throw, held him to a triple. As Ellison sends one out towards short. Certainly not deep enough for a run, so that'll be the first out. Salisbury bouncing right back off the leadoff triple, getting a fly out there. So that brings in Trey Pridgeton. Oh for 1. Heads up, Zach. Hopefully, no balls hit the camera today. As you get it called. Strike 2. 0-2 from Salisbury. Foul tip into the glove. Maley able to hold on. Credit Salisbury with a strikeout. Strong play there for Maley. 2 away in the inning. Despite giving up a leadoff triple, they're just 1 out away from keeping this game scoreless for Mid-Atlantic. First pitch to Willard, the center fielder, fouled off. So that was hard hit towards the left side. Oh, 1 missing outside. And the 1-1 fouled back off the school building behind me. And a waste pitch. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Mid-Atlantic has a runner on third. 90 feet away from their first run of the ball game. Salisbury looks to keep this scoreless. Hard ball hit out towards the right side, but McMath can't get it. That'll be a single, maybe more, as this is by him and right. And in there with a double. Mid-Atlantic showing some signs of life there in the scoring column. This is a 9-1 ball game now. Brings in Nolan Matsko. Base hit in his first at-bat. Went opposite field with a grounder to left. First pitch to him's called, strike 1.
Something to
Back from Salisbury.
note about the RBI double there. It's the first run the FTB has scored against the Express since the first inning of Friday night's game. There's a pop-up to shallow left.
Called off. Bowman the catch. And we're going to leave it there as Rockville leads 9-1. back in the top of the fourth. 6, 7, 8 due up for Rockville. That'll be Heffley, Nicholson, and Fabre. Got it going their last time throughs. They put up a couple hits, expanding the lead. And first pitch to him, missing, high and in. Humphreys in his second full inning of work. Gets a fly ball there towards the triangle and right. Center fielder taking charge. The first game between these two teams, you saw 2 balls drop out there.
Yeah, it's
Partly
good.
from lack of communication as the center fielder takes charge on that. They'll bring in Tim Nicholson. First pitch misses high. How many times have I said that today?
Well, I don't think you're gonna stop there. I might see that a few more times this game. Let's hope that it doesn't carry into the next game, into game 2. But we'll see.
This one misses in the dirt. Makes it 2-0. On its way. Hit straight up, out of play. Nicholson 1 for 2 to this point of the game. One, 2 from Humphreys. Misses high. Runs it to 3-1. Three ones, nubbed off the end of the bat, out towards first base. He'll take it himself for the second out. Nicholson didn't really get great wood on that as that hit the end of the bat, just a little nubber out towards first.
Yeah, unfortunately, you could have put that out a little more. Got decent contact on it, but again, just on the very end of the bat, and was able to poke it out right up in front of the pitcher, or right up by first base.
Connor Pickle on the play. So that brings in left fielder Rio Fabre. RBI double in his last at bat. Is this one? Hit out towards the outfield as well. Bounces, gets past center. He'll round and head towards second. He's in there with his second double of the game. Rio Fabre. Have yourself a day to this point as he's 2 for 3 now. Saw him earlier take one out towards right center. This one to left center, showing that he can hit all fields here.
Yeah, it's great to see not just one double, not just 2 doubles, but both doubles to either side of the outfield gaps, left center and right center.
Ooh. First pitch inside. Bowman having to lean out of the way of that. Fabre, the runner at second, following that double. Little 2-out double. As a big swing from Bowman, missing. Evens the count at 1. And the 1-1 to Bowman. Misses high. Breaking ball never really had a chance to come back down. Rockville inching closer to that 10 10-run lead mark.
Yeah, like we said a couple times, Rick Price wanted to put this game away early, as they've got limited pitchers here. So far in the first few innings, already putting up 9 runs. As a swing and a miss there for strike 2. Express looking to capitalize with the runner on second here and drive in 1 more, if not 2 more, to get to that 10-run lead and hopefully reach the mercy rule here in Game 1.
And the 2-2 out. Misses. Close pitch. Runs it full. Steven Orsini would be next. As he will get a chance to hit as this one misses to Bowman. The 10th walk of the game for Mid Atlantic. 10 walks, not even out of the 4th inning yet.
Yeah, we said it earlier how FTB surrendered 13 walks in a 9-inning game on Friday night. So far in the 4th inning, they've already surrendered 10. Looking to not put up 13 again, but they might just.
As we said, in just a 7-inning game, too. His first pitch to Orsini was a swing and miss. Humphreys getting ahead. He's got runners at first and second with 2 out. Oh, 0-1 to Orsini. Swung on, cranked out towards right. Right fielder has a look. This one's up, and a 3-run jack for Steven Orsini as he punches his ticket on that one, giving Rockville a 12-1 lead, the first home run of the season for the Rockville Express. You see the team out of the dugout, ready to greet him as Orsini rounds the bases. Really got around on that pitch with a high wall out and right, able to put it over. Rockville taking a 12-1 lead. First pitch to Saylor, gunning for that same spot and right as this one. Caught on the track against the wall. Nearly back-to-back jacks for Rockville, as we are going to have to leave it there after the top of the 4th. Rockville taking a 12-1 lead on the 3-run home run from Steven Orsini. And we're back in the bottom of the 4th. A little bit of excitement coming out of that top half, huh, Pat?
Yeah, a lot of the Express putting up a 3 spot there in the top of the 4th inning with a 3-run home run from Steve Orsini over that really tall right field wall.
As that's Brady. Bouncing ball out towards second. High throw. McMath able to gather, get his foot on the bag. So it's a routine ball out towards second. Rockville able to hang on for the first out on just 1 pitch. Certainly what Rick Price had in mind. We may see a early end of this game. Rockville leading by 11 in the 4th. Looking to blank Mid Atlantic. Connor Pickle, the batter, first baseman today, ahead 2-0 in the count. And this one looked good, misses for 3-0. Seen that high pitch, not called. Time and time again. Looked good to me. As 3-0, right in there, strike one. Called strike two. Strong bounce back from Salisbury. Was down 3-0 in the count. Works it back full. Full count pitch. Fouled away. Off the porta potty. Shame for anyone who was in there. Full count once more. Liner out towards short. Put away no problem by Hakopian. As you can see, the disbelief from Pickle. Thought he had a sure hit there. Ball was hit hard. Not hard enough.
Ball was hit hard, just right to the shortstop.
One thing I want to point out on the home run hit earlier by Steven Orsini. Rick Price batting 10 today. As we've debated whether or not that comes back to hurt the team. As Orsini hit that out of the 10th spot.
Yeah, obviously so far this year, Rick didn't want to keep Orsini out of the lineup with his numbers, and imagine if he had kept him out of that lineup, that 3-run home run would not have happened. So definitely paying off for Rick Price batting 10 and putting Orsini in the 10th spot.
So missing inside, makes it 2-1. Salisbury 1 out away from getting out of this. Ground ball, just left of the line. Got a new third baseman into the game for Rockville. So it's Alex Green. Bryce Green. Bryce Green out of Frederick Community College takes over the duties here at third base. It'll be an early first game for Salix. Here's a ball hit out towards center. 2-out knock. That base hit was Tyson Cameron. Took over the catching duties for Mid Atlantic. And runner breaks for second on the drop. Throw down. Not in time. Courtesy runner able to advance. The drop pitch by Maley. And pop up straight up towards second. Bowman, no problem. And after 4, Rockville leads 12-1. We'll be back in the 5th. And we're back in the top of the fifth as Rockville. Outstanding game to this point as they lead 12-1. Nearing ever closer to that mercy rule. Rick Price trying to speak that into existence. As 2-3-4 will be due up this inning for Rockville. That's Johnny McMath. Newly entered into the game, Bryce Green. We'll see if he gets an at-bat. And Eddie Hakopian. First pitch, breaking ball to McMath. Able to wait on it. Hits a bouncing ball out towards first. He doesn't even drop the bat. So that'll be the first out. And that'll bring in lefty Bryce Green. First pitch in there, called strike one. Green in with one strike and one out here in the inning, no one on. It's a breaking ball, misses outside. Humphreys taking his time, looking for a pitch he likes. 1-1. Swung out towards left. He might have liked it, but so did Green, as that will be his first hit of the season. Bringing in Eddie Hakopian. Hakopian in with one out in the fifth. Ball in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate. Will keep Green from advancing. Humphreys still taking his time. Looking for what he likes. Throw over. And 1-0 to Hakopian. It is swung on, popped, foul, out of play. Evens the count at 1. Green gets his lead at first. 1-1 from Humphreys. It is a breaking ball that misses in the dirt. Another good stop behind the plate. Count 2-1. Humphreys a throw over. Green back in time. And 2-1, swung on, fouled off. Looked like a good pitch to hit. Eddie not able to catch up to it. And ball in the dirt. Bounces off Akopian's leg. Could have been a fortunate bounce for the catcher, as Green still able to beat out the throw. Rockville, yet another runner in scoring position.
It's been a big thing for the Express so far this game is to get runners in scoring position, and so far this game, many of them have scored. Extra base hits, walks from earlier in this game. Really good to see the Express moving the line here.
As Copian turns on one, hits a rocket out towards left. This will get down. Green will hold at third. Rockville now has runners on the corners with just one away here in the fifth. We'll bring in Ryan Maley. Lefty catcher, already a hit on the day. Rockville looking to pile on to an already outstanding lead as they lead 12-1 here in the fifth. Maley cuts, fouls it straight back. Strike one. You see starting pitcher Danny Salisbury on deck, as we'll have this substitution when we get it. He'll be taking over the DH spot that was held by James Heffley. Salisbury picked up 3 hits last game. No reason why he shouldn't pick up a bat after he's done pitching. Wonder if that's the day on him on the mound. Maley takes a called strike. Thought it was low. Maley down on the count, 1-2, as runners at the corners with 1 out. Deal from Humphreys. Cut on, hit out towards center. Over the center fielder's head. This will be extra bases for Ryan Maley as 1 run scores. Around third is Hakopian. He'll score. Ryan Maley with a 2-run double. It's a barrage of offense for Rockville, just continuing to pile up. That's 14 runs in 5 innings to go along with 11 hits here.
Yeah, finally the bats are starting to get hot out here and not scoring runs just off of walks and walking runners in. They're getting runners on with base hits, and then extra base hits are driving in those runners. Really solid out here from the Express. Not taking the foot off the gas at all here in this game. Like you said, 14 runs on 11 hits here in the top of the 5th inning of a doubleheader. You wonder how that plays into Game 2 here.
Yeah, you don't want to use up all your offense in Game 1, but at the same time, it's got to be depleting for this home team to even want to get back out there for the second game. They still have another one after this. And the home plate announces the substitution. It'll be Danny Salisbury taking over the DH spot. So that'll likely be the end of his day on the mound. Stands in with a runner on second. It's a courtesy runner in the game for Maley, as a beautiful curveball called strike one. It's Derek Sawyer once again, the courtesy runner. As the rule states, you have to stick to the same guy. As Salisbury pops one foul out of play. 1, ball in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate. Count 1-1 to Salisbury. Deal from Humphreys on its way. Put in play out towards short. Fielded cleanly. Throw across for the second out. Good base running at second as he's able to move up as the throw goes over to first. And first pitch, breaking ball, called, strike 1 to Tim Nicholson. A 1 on its way. In there, called, strike 2. Humphreys 1 out away from getting out of the inning. 0-2. Popped out towards left center. Center fielder back, makes the play, and we'll leave it there. Midway through 5, Rockville leading 14-1. As we'll be back with more in the bottom of the 5th. We're back in the bottom of the 5th. Mid Atlantic trailing 14-1 as Bryce Green takes over the pitching duties for Rockville. Derek Sawyer will take over at third base. Sawyer, first game of the season, was a courtesy runner twice to this point, now officially in the game. Green getting his first appearance on the mound. As fastball, that one was moving, misses outside. One 0 on its way. Popped towards the left side. Fabre under it. Makes the catch. 1 out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the mercy rule would take effect after 5. I don't want to get ahead of myself and give out misinformation, but I believe that 3 outs here and this game's over.
Yeah, quick. Again, we're not 100% sure.
Guess we'll
but
find out.
yeah, if we'll find out. But with Rockville up 14-1, if that 10 run after 5 rule is in effect, then third out of this inning would be the end of game 1 of this doubleheader. Very early, not time wise, just inning wise. It's
Somebody needs to run long.
And called strike. It's at 0-2. Green looking to make quick work here in the 5th. As a strikeout on a high fastball for the 2nd out of the inning. Relief pitching been one of the strong points for Rockville this season.
And pitching in general has been very strong of late, the last few games for the Express. Like we've noted a couple times earlier, Tuesday's game against Bradley, 5-0 shutout. And against FTB on Friday night, a 7-2 victory with runs only coming in the 1st inning. Really strong performance so far by pitching, relief pitching, just all around.
As look out. Fastball soars over everyone. Little slip up from Green there. He'll regroup and come back with the 1-0. And this one missing to the other side of the plate. Bounces back with a called strike on an outside fastball. What potentially could be the last out of the game. Green. This one missing high and in. Heard the whiz on that fastball.
Yeah, a couple inside pitches so far in this at bat. Thankfully missing the batter, but you'd like to see Green get one in the zone here and try and put him away.
And the 2-1. Batter stepping out after seeing 2 fastballs up near his ear. Definitely one of the advantages of working inside is you definitely get in the batter's head a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to work that way, make sure you work back inside and get the strikeout.
And the full count pitch misses in the dirt. Now the base runner with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Green. First pitch here, bouncing ball towards second, fielded cleanly by Bowman. Throw over to first. And it appears that will be the game as a mercy rule ends it. Final in this one, Rockville winning 14-11. The line score, Rockville 14 runs on 11 hits and no errors. For Mid Atlantic, 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. As we're going to end it here, we'll be back with the second part of this doubleheader. Zach Gibney will be taking over the headset. Josh Feldman with Pat Mitchell. Zach, we'll be back later today.